off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Spike Kool-Aid for Monday, man, January 24th. I'm sorry, April 24th, 2023. We are here, man. We are here. Let me start the stopwatch. All right, so first things first, how's everybody doing? Shout out to Robin. Says it's going to be a short visit today. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Life on Mode says, yeah, I caught it live. Appreciate that. What's up, Jamie, Dustin, Braylon, Gaddy, what's going on? Has been a minute, bro. Aaron, what is going on? Baby Jesus, Cohen, Vincent, what's up? Listen, so first things first, let me put this out there, okay? Let me put this out there because a lot has happened since Friday. All right, first thing, I am looking for some content. So if you are maybe I'll ask Jay to do it. Let's Talk Lions, put something together. But you know what, I might do that. But if you are kind of an amateur, maybe content creator or something like that, and you can get me some footage of Detroit, because I'm going to appear on camera next week, and I will continue to use this song. They are now sharing the revenue with me. These live streams don't make a ton of money, but it's the videos that, you know, I'm kind of banking on to do better. So with me appearing on camera, I'm going to do an intro, and they have it's a YouTube channel that has this song with some footage that they took, and I might ask them to if I can use that and give them credit in the description and stuff like that. It was some people came to Detroit, and it's like cut in with them talking about Fago and different parts of the city. So that's kind of cool. But I will be appearing on camera a week from today, and we're going to do that. Okay, so that order of business is out the way. So if you got any footage of Detroit or something, you want to slap it together, send it to me. I need it to be about 2.5 minutes or something like that, and that'll work. But I'll talk to Jay and see if he got something. Maybe he can send me some footage. The second thing is this. Everybody saw, Gaddy with the dono. What's up, man? Says, sorry, been a minute. Hard to catch these live streams. Oh, it's all good, bro. It's all good, man. What's up, RG? Says 3 more sleeps. You know what? That's a really, 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 really good way to look at it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but let me do this first. So you guys saw the picture that I showed you about from the Lions logo, right? Like the Lions logo with the backlit LED panel, okay? So I purchased that on Friday, and it's going to take a little while to get to me. But here's the good news. I'm working with the creator, the artist who creates these things, okay? And it's not just the Lions. He does multiple different things. But, of course, I was looking for the one I was looking for. I'm working with him, okay? And he has a promo code that he is going to give to my viewers to save some money off. I'm not going to tell you how much yet, but I'm excited. So when I get it, when I get the item and I can review it, I'll probably make that a short or something. Or maybe I'll have stories, but stories are only 15 seconds. So I'll make that a short and probably put it on the shorts channel. So, or not the shorts channel, but you'll see it as a short so it won't interfere with these videos. And you can decide whether or not you want to buy one. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be working together. Promo code for you to save money. And I'm excited, man, because after I bought it, I just said, hey, I got this YouTube channel, let's chop it up. So we did that. Robin says, if you want farming videos, I'm your guy. What's up? Cohen says, I'm hearing Bijan is a lock for the Falcons. I did not hear that at all. Braylon says draft week is here with the, yeah, man. I'm excited. What's up, Lions Fan Express? What's up, big dog? All right. So the first thing I want to talk about and the reason I wanted to get on today, I wanted to make sure I got on today is because we're not going to have a show on Thursday. Right? So the week is going to it's going to go by really fast. We got today, we got Wednesday, and then we have Friday. But once Wednesday comes here, I still got to do my thumbnails. So I just wanted to make sure I chopped it up with y'all. What's up, HH? What's going on? Fresh and fly in the building. What's up? I heard today Stroud could fall out of the top 7. I know. I heard that too. All right, let's get to the first order of business, though. I'm kind of sad, y'all. I might have to stop drinking Red Bull. I might have to switch over to Celsius. Check that out and see how that is. I'm disappointed, man. But some people got to learn the hard way. I'm one of those people. All right. So we talked about this over the weekend. And thank you for all the support. Detroit Lions Syndicate is on the precipice of 10,000 subscribers, man. I am stoked right now. I am stoked. The first order of business I want to talk about is this. All right. So let's get it started. Okay, we can't be done. We can't be done, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let me do this, and we're going to talk about it. So, again, I will be appearing on, yes, I'm very fresh and fly. I had Celsius, man, but it don't hit the same, bro. It don't hit the same. It is good. It tastes a lot more juicy. Let's put it like this. 15 years ago, I had a problem. In my stomach. And it was probably from drinking Monster. And then I got away from them for years. And then one day I had a Red Bull, a sugar-free, and was hooked ever since. So, yeah, we're going to see. I got 2 more I'm drinking. And then I'm going to take the next week off. And if these problems go away that I've been having, then I'm going to have to let it go. You know what, Aaron? I'm not hard-headed unless it's something I really, really want. Yeah, Cohen, it was Monster, bro. I used to kill them Monsters, bro. And I had something called gastritis and gastroparesis. So, and I'm still drinking them 15 years later. Anyway, this ain't about me and my hard-headedness. All right, we got to talk about it, and I want y'all opinion. Okay, so let's get this thing started. I want everybody in the comments section of this video and in the live chat to take a breath. All right, breathe in, breathe out. You remember that song? What was that? Breathe in, breathe out. Kanye West. Featuring Ludacris, okay? Yeah, I'm old school. It's early 2000s, man. The reason I want you to take a breath is because we got to talk about something. Friday, Jameson Williams got suspended. We know this. Shout out to my guy, Detroit Lions Forum. He sent me a picture of what is posted in the locker room. I didn't think to put that picture on my computer, okay? So I am going to read to you, instead of showing you what it says, I'm going to read to you what this sign says, okay? And this is from, hold on, wait a minute, because I might be able to send this to my Twitter, and then if I do it that way, y'all can see it, okay? So let me see. I'm going to save this photo. I'm going to send it to myself and see if I can bring it in to this broadcast. But Jameson Williams, man, okay? Sir Richard, that's what I was about to say. J-Mo was at fights tweeting and his boys were talking about gambling. That's what I was going to say, okay? Oh, man. We we might have to have a discussion. And the reason I want y'all to breathe is because some of y'all are y'all a little touchy when it come to J-Mo. Y'all don't want to admit defeat. You don't want to admit that when you're wrong or when something could definitely be the case. Now, I'm not saying that it is, okay? I'm not saying that this is the case, but I think with the gambling situation, I think it is time to admit that we may have a problem, okay? So I was able to bring this on the feed. I can't blow it up, though, so that's a problem. Okay, I'll just do this. All right, so let me bring this in. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole. Y'all not going to be able, let me see, can I blow this up so y'all can see it? Okay, I can. Okay, cool. This is the best I can do, y'all. All right, so I'm going to bring this in here, and I want you to tell me, we're going to read what this says. Notice to the National Football League. Now, these signs are literally, this is coming from a Facebook account. It says this sign is literally next to the door when you walk into the locker room. I took this myself at Ford Field while on tour. Where does it say no gambling at all? Now, that's not what happened with Jameson Williams. So let's see what this says. To the National Football League personnel, bribes and gambling. Among the types of conduct detrimental to the NFL and professional football that can cause for serious penalties are the following: accepting a bribe or gambling, or agreeing to throw a fix a game or to illegally influence the outcome, failing to promptly report any bribe offer or any attempt to throw or fix a game or to illegally influence its outcome, betting on any NFL game, associating with gamblers or with gambling activities in a manner tending to bring discredit to the NFL. Any such conduct may result in penalties up to and including a fine or suspension from the NFL for life. Oh my God. Well, on here, it does not say that Jameson Williams, or you can't place a bet from a NFL facility or with the team. So my thing is, that information must have been said at the rookie symposium. And that's why Brad Holmes said that we have to make sure that Stanley and Jameson are very, familiar with the rules. Now, here's the whole point of this video, all right? J-Mo was at the fight. J-Mo's living his life. He's living his life, and you're supposed to. He just turned 22. You're supposed to, right? But you ever had a situation where you ever heard the phrase lay low? You know what I mean? If something happens, you might need to lay low. If you're a famous person and you have something publicly happens, a lot of times the person will lay low. Now, I want to ask the chat section and the comment section, playback in video form, what do you think of the fact that Jameson Williams has not said anything personally? Do you believe that he should, or do you believe that he should have just left it up to his agency? All right. Nah, I ain't seeing enough sketchy things from J-Mo to jump to that. What, we talking about trading? J-Mo might want to delete social media off his phone for a minute. He's messing up, no doubt, one of the worst things he could do so early in his career. He should leave it up to his agency, but not post him at the fight. Not only that, they talking about betting on the fight. It was almost like it was done on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I listen. I'm going to say it. I don't know this kid. I'm like, bro, if he saw me now, he'd probably be like, you the dude that be talking about me on YouTube. Like, he'll know who I am now. But is it possible that Jameson Williams could flame out? And I'm not talking about the NFL. I'm talking about with the Detroit Lions. Is it possible? I believe that it is, because he is not trying to lay low. Okay? His agency, because this is the maturity that we be talking about, right? All right? If I know I did something wrong, I would ask my public relations department, hey, listen, I love what y'all said, but let me get out there. Prepare me a statement. If you don't think I condone it, okay, give me some bullet points. But that's me. That's me as a 22-year-old man. That's me as a 43-year-old man. They want to hear from me. We don't want to hear from Jameson's agency. You know what comment I got all weekend? When are we going to hear from Jameson? You know why people want to hear from Jameson? Because they want to know if the kid is sincere about his apology. Okay? And when you show up at a fight, you go live on IG in the very weekend of you being suspended from the National Football League and you haven't said anything, it is a cause from, it's not a good look. Now, people have been canceled for less than what Jameson Williams did this past weekend. We live in that society. You can call it soft. You can call it whatever you want to. That's just the reality. You get canceled for far less things than Jameson Williams done this weekend, right? My question to you is this. Is there a problem with Jameson Williams? As long as his production on the field is not changed in any way, then we good, right? We good. You know who I think about? You know who would be a good mentor for this kid right here? Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders would be fantastic. And I'm hoping that the Lions can bring Calvin Johnson back in this fold. Michigan made. Okay, I'm going to address this comment because you pushing me, and I want to give you some love, all right? Says, so just because he gets suspended, he's not allowed to have fun. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. And even though you be in here clowning, bro, I love that you keep coming back, all right? But I'm going to clown you back. What I'm saying is if you do something, okay, Jalen Carter is on probation. You know what that means, right? That means that for the next 12 months, Jalen Carter cannot engage in the activity that got him on probation. Otherwise, he does jail time. All right? In public opinion, Jameson Williams is on a sort of probation. Now, it might not be with all the fan base, but it's with the majority of them. Us grown folks, this young man is on probation. I had people already talking about trading him. I put out a poll, and 11% of the fan base that took the poll is ready to trade him. They don't want nothing to do with the kid and the shenanigans that he's been involved in thus far. And guess what, fellas, ladies and gentlemen? I can't defend this guy. I cannot defend Jameson Williams. And I will not defend him at all. So what I'm saying is maybe he should lay low. Maybe he should, before he posts on IG, maybe he should post an apology. If he can't do that, then maybe he should just go to the game, don't post. That's all I'm saying. So, Jameson Williams has some growing up to do. We know this. Did he know? We don't know. Did he know what he was doing was wrong? But if somebody keeps engaging in a certain type of behavior, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. It's not a bear, right? So for whatever Jameson Williams, and like I said over the weekend, Friday's video, this guy has to make a choice. He has to make a choice. But let me know in the comments below. Jameson Williams, how do you feel about this whole thing? The one saying trade talk so far is silly. Well, you know what, y'all? I wouldn't say silly. I wouldn't say it's silly. Let's look at the history of Jameson Williams, shall we? Since he's been a Detroit Lion. Some of this stuff was out of his control. A lot of it was assumptions. He didn't want to be here. That was an assumption. All right? But let's talk about from the moment he got on the team and the football season began. Okay? We talk about these red flags with Jalen Carter. Jameson Williams got some red flags too, okay? Man, flags, very, very, you got to be careful, man. You got to make sure you say that L for sure. Holy mackerel. I almost got canceled, man. I'm just trying to cancel myself, apparently. Don't trade him yet. No, we're not trading him. We're not trading Jameson Williams. That's not happening yet. But if the fan base wants to trade him, I don't have no issue with that, man. Some people have a short fuse. They got a short tolerance for nonsense. And if I'm I'm not saying trade Jameson Williams. I'm saying if you say trade him, fine. I don't care. I don't care. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to have it. Is it going to happen? It's not going to happen because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at this moment. Do you know that, oh, man, Jameson Williams, he has, okay, I saw a breakdown of how his money can go, okay? And basically, if if the Detroit Lions decide that they want to cut him, if I'm understanding this right, his salary is voided because of what he did. So it's a very kind of fine rule. And let's say this too, okay? It is, and we'll move on to the next subject because we could talk about this for an hour like we did on Friday's show. But I want, this is what, I'm 43 years old. I'm 43 years old. I have a 13-year-old son. And I'm in between like baby boomer and millennial, right? So my parents were baby boomers. My parents were born between 1944 and 1966 or whatever it is, right? I was born in 1979. And the world tries to make excuses for what people do, okay? They're talking about the NFL is hypocritical because they busted somebody for gambling, but they support gambling. Then I heard that the rule is stupid, okay? You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like people making excuses. The NFL, of course the NFL still supports gambling, but not of their players betting on NFL games in NFL facilities. Very simple rule. It's not hard. It's not hard. All you had to do was wait till you got home. But we want to say that the NFL rule is stupid, right? Then we want to come down on the NFL because the rule is dumb. What do you mean? The rule is a rule. The rule is a rule. It doesn't matter if you think the rule is dumb. You have to play by the rules. That's it. See, we want to create our own path. If you don't abide by the rules of your job, you get fired, right? Oh man, these are stupid, man. They told me I can't smoke at the job. I can't do the sticky icky. Just like this. If you drive a school bus, you cannot smoke the sticky icky, period. They have random drug tests. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. The reason I'm saying sticky icky, I don't know how YouTube feels. If you do that and they have a random drug test, you know what they tried to put in our head when it became legal in Michigan? They said, quote, even though it's recreational, employers don't have to agree to that. So you're either going to abide by the rules or not, right? That's what I'm saying about Jameson Williams. So what if you think the rule is stupid? The rule is the rule. You either abide by it or you're out of there, okay? That's where I'm at. J-Mo just needs to learn how to keep things buttoned up, like James Harden. So, Richard, where we at? I don't know what I'm wondering if he is, though. Will Levis has been the odds to go second overall. I love it according to DraftKings Sportsbook. You know what, Fresh and Fly? I'm not buying that, bro. I'm not buying that at all, man. They're talking about the Texans are not taking a quarterback. Just now, the Las Vegas Raiders are reportedly targeting cornerback Illinois Devin Witherspoon and Oregon's Christian Gonzalez. You don't think that's kind of funny? Very, very timely that the Monday before the Thursday of the draft, all this stuff is coming out. Man, get up out of here. I don't buy that for a second. Now, I'm glad I read that comment because this is a great transition point. But before that, I'll just read this last comment. J-Mo has to understand while he's a Detroit Lions, his actions represents the Lions and the city of Detroit, good, bad, or indifferent. So now the Detroit Lions have a black eye for his actions. Shake and bake. Not only that, bro. Just like I'm trying to tell my child. My child is 13 and he's going through that growth of turning from a little boy to a young man. He's literally going through a change. But when he comes out of that change, he will still be immature. He will still not be a fully grown man. That doesn't happen until he's in his 20s, where he's solidified grown. I tell him all the time, I am responsible for what you do. Okay? From attending school to the decisions you make. Why? Because I am responsible for you. Now, that is a point. There is a point where that ends, okay? But as long as Jameson Williams is part of any team in the National Football League, he is going to represent the team, the city, and his actions will have consequences. All right? Now, let's talk about the draft. This is the week of smoke screens. The Texans might pass on a quarterback. I saw from Ian Rappaport today, okay, that the Houston Texans control the draft. Let's talk about it. The NFL draft is approximately, we're talking about 72 hours, 76 hours away, and we will know the draft will kick off. And I saw on NFL Network, Ian Rappaport, he had a good point, and I want your opinion on it. Do the Houston Texans control the draft? What does he mean by that? He was saying that the Houston Texans could possibly pass on a quarterback, that no one knows what they're going to do. And he made a really good point. Now, nobody does this because it would then show their hand, but he literally said, which I didn't really think about, that the Houston Texans could literally tell the entire world who they're drafting, and nobody could do a thing about it. A thing about it. The Carolina Panthers are going to take a quarterback. That quarterback is going to be either C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. And literally, the only thing that the Texans have to worry about is one of the two. They don't want to tilt their hand in case the Carolina Panthers are leaning Stroud or they're leaning Young, right? So that's the only reason nobody would come out and say who they're drafting, right? Even if they're number one, nobody's going to say that. But if depending on what the Houston Texans do, the top 10 will ripple out of control, right? D-Town says we're getting Will Anderson and Bijan Robinson with the first two trade-ups. Well, we're going to talk about that a little later. I think the Texans are trying to bait everyone in the draft. I think that is the same. Now, here we go. If the Houston Texans pass on a quarterback, whoever's left, the next team to probably take a quarterback realistically is the the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay? If the Ian Rappaport was saying something that was very intriguing. If the Houston Texans decide that they're going to go Will Anderson Jr. with that second pick, then that means that the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock and their guy is gone because everybody is assuming that 1A, 1B is Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. The third overall pick is going to be Will Anderson to the Arizona Cardinals. The fourth pick is going to be a quarterback to the Indianapolis Colts. And then the Seattle Seahawks are going to take Jalen Carter and then us. And nobody know what we about to do. We in that spot, man, where it's like we miss out on the guy we really want. We can miss out on both Carter and Anderson if you want either one of those guys. But if the Houston Texans decide that they are not going to take a quarterback, now that puts, and they take Will Anderson, the Arizona Cardinals don't need a quarterback. So now the Arizona Cardinals are probably trying to trade out of that spot. Okay? So now somebody comes in and they take C.J. Stroud. We got to believe that person, that team that the Arizona Cardinals trade with will be out of the top 10, most likely. Okay? So now that puts whatever team at number 3, they take C.J. Stroud. Number 4, Will Levis. Let's just throw him or Anthony Richardson, whichever one you want. Number 4. I heard over the weekend that Levis could go number 2. It's insane, okay? So we got Malik Willis 2.0, all right? Now, that puts us at pick number 5. Jalen Carter comes off the board at number 5. Or does he not come off the board at number 5? So how much control over the 2023 NFL draft do you think the Houston Texans have? I think they have a lot, to tell you the truth. Because If they decide that they're going to take Will Anderson and either Stroud or Young is available at 3, man, it's going to be a madhouse. The Arizona Cardinals going to be chilling. And they only got 50. What is it? Is it 10 minutes in the first round? Those are 2 game changers and can be real big factors on our defense. We have one more show before the NFL draft, which is on Wednesday. And I am very curious, man. I think the fan base is still split 50-50 on Jalen Carter. My personal belief is the Detroit Lions are not going to take Jalen Carter regardless of wherever he's at. They're just not going to take him. Braylon says, man, oh, man, this is making my head hurt. This is going to be insane. Solo says they should trade up for Carter or Anderson. Well, that's the thing as well. It's coming out that the Detroit Lions want that 3rd overall pick. And I don't think we're going to have to give up as much as you think. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay? For the Detroit Lions to come up from 6 to Brad is not going to give. Okay. Brad is aggressive, but he's not stupid. The 3rd overall pick is worth 3,000 points, I believe. 3,000. No, it's worth 2,400. The 6th overall pick is worth 1,800 points. So Brad Holmes is not going to, everybody keeps saying that we're going to have to trade a first, give the Arizona Cardinals a first to move up 3 spots. They'd have lost their mind. So let me know in the comments below, how important do you think the Houston Texans pick is for the 2023 NFL Draft? All right. I don't think Brad Holmes is going to do anything stupid. Flying, what's up, Flying? Says, I probably missed it, but did you guys talk about the Texans taking Anderson at number 2? We literally just finished it, bro. We literally just, that's what I just ended talking about. How much power do the Texans have over the draft? Braylon says, me personally, I think it's important. Michigan May says, if we have to trade a first, then no. We're not trading no first, man. Let me show y'all the Jimmy Johnson. Yes, that Jimmy Johnson. I'm going to show y'all the draft chart that people are kind of living by now. And this is why I don't think that the Detroit Lions, first of all, I trust Brad that he's not going to do anything stupid. All right? And I don't think that he's going to sacrifice a first. Okay, let me get a clean picture so you can see this. All right, let me see one. He does the entire draft, the whole draft, man. All right. Can I blow this up? If I click on this, can I blow it up? Because y'all need to be able to see it. Man, this look 1970, don't it? I say, oh, my God. Okay. All right. So let me see what y'all saying. Thursday is going to be fun. Indeed, it is, Dern. That's not what we'll give up and why any other team would be willing to give up. Any other team may give up the bag to get to 3rd. It becomes a bidding war. Yeah, but how stupid would they be, though, Shake and Bake? Yes, Michigan Man, I'm actually about to make a video about that after I get off here. That's going to be the one on my main channel. All right, so let's talk about it, okay? All right, you know what? Do I want to mix both of these? I don't know if I want to mix both of these, but y'all can't see this. Y'all, let me see, can I blow this up, man? I can, thank goodness. Okay, I can, man. This mug, let me see if I can find another one. Another one, like DJ Khaled. Another one. Ooh, okay, this one's clean right here. This one is clean, right? Okay, it might hurt your eyes, though, okay? I'm going to give you that fair warning. It might hurt your eyes, okay? But it's clean. It's a lot clean. It don't look like something from the 70s. Okay, let me go down just one here so y'all can see the whole thing. All right. No, go down one. Okay. All right, we'll just do that. Okay, what's up, Mr. William H? I like that. Says, if Brad wants Will Anderson and he thinks he'll go at 2, he'll pull the trigger. I think we're going to move up to 2 or 3 for Will Anderson. Okay, let's talk about it then. Let's go right into it. There are rumors that the Detroit Lions could trade back from 18 or trade up from 6. We're just going to talk about the trade up at this point from 6. This has to be the most smokescreen draft I've ever seen. Okay? Like ever. I've been doing this for a while. This is my 5th year on YouTube doing these drafts, and each draft, it seems like it gets more and more interesting. 2021, you had 5 quarterbacks going in the first round. Then in 2022, it was the worst quarterback class you had seen in 50 years. And it showed. It really did show. Okay? Now, in 2023, it is so much smoke, so many what ifs that it literally will make your head hurt. And all of that will be over in about 75 hours. Okay? Now, the reports are that Brad Holmes really, really, really likes Will Anderson Jr. And I think y'all can close the door on Jalen Carter. Unless he's there at 6. I still don't think the Lions are going to take him, but I think the door is cracked for Jalen Carter. I think Brad Holmes, if Will Anderson is gone, that he'll try to trade back from that. So I think a trade back is possible. But in this case, we're talking about a trade up. Now, some people believe that the Detroit Lions will have to give a first-round pick in order to trade up from 6 to either 2 or 3. And the Houston Texans right now, what are we going to do? We don't know. I personally believe, okay, this is my personal belief, their quarterback room is Davis Mills and somebody else. Davis Mills, if I'm not mistaken, was a 3rd-round pick. Do you trust the franchise with Davis Mills? If the Carolina Panthers take C.J. Stroud, do you trust Davis Mills enough to pass on Bryce Young and vice versa? I'm going to say no. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to let the bishop say it. No. No, you don't. I've seen Davis Mills play. No. Okay? But for the sake of this argument, let's say that they are content with Sir Davis Mills. And they pass on C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. What would it cost for the Detroit Lions to move up from 6 to 3? Well, let me show you. A lot of NFL teams kind of live and die by this chart here. This is from Jimmy Johnson. I know it's a little small. I'll try and blow it up a little bit. All right, 200 the best I could do, because if I go up any further, I think it cuts off the last pick. Okay? This is the Jimmy Johnson trade value chart. He actually made this with another guy. And for the past 40 years or whatever it's been, a lot of teams live by this thing. Okay? Now, the Detroit Lions currently sit right here. Pick number 6. I hope you can see the cursor. As a matter of fact, I got something I can use, but it's too late. I could have used my pen and wrote on the screen. Okay. Pick number 6. The value is 1,600 points. If the Detroit Lions wanted to move up to 3, it would be a difference of 600 points. If they wanted to move to 2, that would be a value of 1,000. Okay? So if the Detroit Lions decided to do that, what would they have to give up? Now, if they move up to 2, they might have to give up a first-round pick. They might have to give up a first-round pick. Once you get at pick 16, that's when it equals 1,000. So they might have to give up a first-round pick. Okay? Pick 18 is only worth 900. So if they wanted to move up from 6 to 2, pick 18 is not even enough to compensate the Houston Texans for moving up 4 spots. To me, Brad Holmes ain't doing this. I take that back. If he really, really wants Will, what would equal? So you're talking about we would have to give up pick 18 or next year's first and another 100. Where do we get to 100 at? Draft value for 100 is a 4th-round pick. We don't have a 4th-round pick, which means that Brad Holmes could possibly, the Houston Texans are going to want capital this year. So we would have to give up a 3rd. We have 1/3. We're not doing that. We have no 4th. After our 3rd-round pick, we don't pick again to the 5th round. We have 2 5ths. So here's what Brad Holmes would have to do to move up from 6 to 2. He would have to give up pick 18 or a combination of 1,000 points. Okay? So you could say pick 18, and then you could say that we would have to give up this year's fifth. This year's fifth, and next year's maybe fourth. Maybe he'll overpay at that point, according to the chart. Okay? Now, if he moves up to 3, 18 would cover that. We're not doing that. Brad Holmes is not going to give up his second first-round pick at 18. I don't think that he's going to do that. So you're talking about we move up from the Cardinals move back from 3 to 6. That's 400 points. We have 2 seconds. We would have to give them, all we would have to do at that point is give them, where we at? Pick 55. Pick 55. So we would lose pick 55. If I did the math correctly, that's 600 and then 350, so that's 950. That's 950. Yeah, so actually we would overpay. That's 600 points. So, yeah, 950. So my assumption is that we would move up from 6 to 3. They would get 3, and then they would get our second round pick. Brad Holmes is not giving a first for next year. It's not happening. He's not happening. That is not happening. I don't think he's giving up pick 18 either. We don't have a fourth next year. We don't have a fourth next year? So who has our fourth next year? We don't have a fourth this year. To get to 3, 2020, 23, 24 second round picks. Okay, D-Town, he could do that as well. But you got to remember, man, if the Arizona Cardinals, is that enough for them? B Love says, trade Swift for a pick and grab Bijan. Well, since you brought it up and we're talking about trade value, do you think DeAndre Swift has any trade value? Let's bring the scale in again, okay? Let's bring the scale because this is intriguing. DeAndre Swift was picked in the second round, right? It was when we had the 3rd overall pick, so that means he was picked number 35. His trade value on the chart is 550. DeAndre Swift, you can probably chop that in half and make that 225. So at 225, DeAndre Swift could get you a 3rd round pick if you chopped it in half. If you chopped it by 75%, you're talking about, let's just say, 125 at this point. 125, the trade value would be also a 3rd round pick. So DeAndre Swift would net you a 3rd round pick or less. B Love says a 3rd round pick would be very good. I think, you know what? Flying says probably a 4th rounder. Yep. So is it that we don't have a 4th next year? I thought it was this year we didn't have a 4th. But let me know. Let me know what you think. If there's a guy there that Brad really, really wants, what do you think he needs to give up to go get it? Me personally, I don't move up from 6 to 2. That's too much. You're talking about a 400 point value different. I stay at 6, and the highest I go is the Arizona Cardinals. I give them pick 6 and pick 55. So we get the guy we want. We still have pick 18, pick 48, and then we don't pick again until 81. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Dern says, I'm not giving up 18 in any trade. Well, Dern, I got some bad news for you, my friend. I got some bad news in. Well, does that include trading back? What's up, Hostage? Says, if the Lions are as good as we think next year, next year's number 1 is going to be all that. Well, we all suspect them to make the playoffs, right? So that means pick 19 or below. We don't have a 4th this year. Okay, Braylon. 3 to 6 is the move. Yep, Hostage, I agree with you. I'm not giving up. Okay, only trade up. All right, now, There have been rumors coming out today, which I said my video on Detroit Lions Syndicate is going to be about this very thing. According to Albert Breer, he's heard quite a bit. He's heard about the Lions moving up from pick 3 to even higher. I'm sorry, from pick 6 to higher. He's heard about the Lions trading back. He's also heard that Carter is still in play. So be sure to check out that video. But if the Lions traded back from 18, what would you want? Now, before we do that, there is another scenario that I want to talk about. Let me see. All right. Okay. All right. Let's bring out the trusty draft chart again, okay? Because I want to talk about this, and I don't think I'm going to make a video on Detroit Lions Syndicate about it. I could, but then I can double dip. All right. So we spent the last segment talking about the Detroit Lions trading up from 6 to 3 or 2. And now we're going to talk about a different trade-up scenario. Pick 18, we've heard some things about that. I like that pick. It's almost smack dab in the middle, and I would like to stay there unless the Detroit Lions are going to, either A, get the guy they really, really want, or B, trade back and get some more assets, okay? Now, it's been a rumor floating around for about a week that the Philadelphia Eagles want to trade up, that they could possibly want to trade up. Now, remember, the Philadelphia Eagles currently have pick 10 from New Orleans, and they also have pick 30 from their own pick, being the Super Bowl runners-up, okay? Or runner-ups, I should say. So that puts them 2 picks in the first round. Rumors are out that the Eagles want to trade up. They want to trade up to get Jalen Carter. That's what the Eagles are. So they'll have Big Baby, they have Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter. That the Eagles are trying to win the Super Bowl. They don't what was Brandy had a song said almost doesn't count. Second is still losing. This isn't the Olympics. You don't get a runner-up medal. You don't get a bronze, we almost won the Super Bowl medal. So the Eagles you're talking about Derrick Henry. You're talking about a wide receiver they could possibly trade for, I was hearing yesterday. And now the Eagles, rumors are, want to move up from 10 to get Jalen Carter. And what they would give up is pick number 10 and 30 to get to 6. Is that something you would want to do? Flying says he already beat me to it. He said I would definitely trade 6 for 10 and 30 if Anderson is gone. And I say facts. I was going to see that. And here's what makes it even better. Here's what makes that whole scenario even better. Check this out. In the last segment, we brought up the trade value chart. Look at this. Pick number 6, 1,600. Pick number 10 is 1,300. Okay? So that right there is 300 points. But the Lions, going back, they're going to lose 300 points in value. But check this out. Pick number 30 is only worth 620 points. So the Lions, in a sense, the Eagles would overpay because you're talking about 600 points to move up from 10 or 300 points to move up from 10 to 6, right? So we get 10 and we get 30. If Anderson is gone and there's nobody else that they want, I take that deal. I take that deal in a second. You're talking about, and then check this out. So now you're talking about the Detroit Lions have pick 10, pick 18, and 30. 3, we would be the only team this year to have 3 picks in the first round. There have been multiple 3-pick first-round teams in the years. I think the Eagles were one last year. The Miami Dolphins a couple years ago. The last year, the Giants had 2. If Brad Holmes really, really wants Will Anderson, the trade-up didn't work from 6 to 3. I don't think he takes 6 to 2. I think the Houston Texans take a quarterback. That's just me. Because Davis Mills is not it. No. He's not it. So I think all that is malarkey. They take a quarterback. We see quarterbacks 1 and 2. That means that Brad's shot to get Will Anderson Jr., if that's the guy he wants, is to trade up to the Cardinals. We've already established that that trade up would cost the Lions most likely the second round pick. Maybe they sweeten it with the first, pick 48. But it should cost them pick 55. So they move up from 6 to 3. They take Will Anderson. Arizona goes from 3 to 6. They keep that 6th pick, and they get pick number 55 in the second round. Then we would have pick 6, pick 18, pick 48. Then we don't pick again until pick 81 unless Brad tries to trade up again. But you're talking about Will Anderson Jr. and potentially Bijan at 18? Come on, man. Come on, man. And then we still got pick number 48 or 55, vice versa, right? Either one. That is a deal that I take. Because now you drop by 4 spots. The guy you really, really wanted is gone. You drop from 6 to 10. You take whoever you want at 10. You take whoever you want at 18. And then you're sitting around and possibly, y'all. Now, let me throw this monkey wrench out there. Let me throw this out. Flying says Simpson at 30, no way will Holmes do that. Now, let's get aggressive here. Let's get super aggressive. Let me see something. Brad Holmes traded pick 32, 34, and something else, right, to come up 20 spots. What if we got pick 10 and 30? Okay? Pick 10, 18, and 30. What if we pick at 10, we pick at 18? So let's say we get player of choice at pick whoever you want at 10. We pick Bijan at 18 or Quentin Johnston. Okay? What if the Detroit Lions package 30 and that second round pick that they have remaining to come back up in the first round? What if the Detroit Lions were able to get Quentin Johnston, Bijan Robinson, and somebody else at 10, but then we don't pick again? We don't pick again until pick 81. Is that something you would want to do? Okay, so these are the scenarios, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 of them. The Philadelphia Eagles trade up to 6. They give us 10 and 30. We then have 10, 18, and 30. We stay put. We take 3 players in the first round. Or the Detroit Lions trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. They got pick 10, 18, 30. They pick somebody at 10. They take Bijan at 18. They trade back up using pick 30 and something else, that second round or that first second round pick, to trade back up in the first round and take wide receiver of choice. That right there, any way it goes, if Brad Holmes gets 3 first round picks, he is the GOAT, period. Because we would be the only team as of now with 3 first round picks in the 2023 NFL draft. Man, I'm getting goosebumps. And it's probably all for nothing. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which scenario would you like Brad to go? Ha ha. Man, oh man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Dustin says, man, you guys sound like you watched the draft too many times. Flying says A.T. Perry at 81. Or we take Jalen Hyatt before that. Brad could stay put. He could stay put. We got 6, 18, 55, 48, 81. What's up, Dylan? What's going on, man? All right, so where we at? What y'all thinking? Because we running out of time, y'all. I need y'all thoughts. We got 9 minutes left. Dern says, Kayshawn Booty in the 3rd round. I likes you and I want you. Or is that Booty? Either way, it's booty. Oh, man. I couldn't imagine walking around with Booty. It's like the bougie way of saying booty. That's crazy. Trade with the Eagles. Yes, they can have Carter. All right, so which of the 2 scenarios would y'all like? Segment, what's up, bro? Hey, Seg, 1, I got your email, bro. Yes. 2, let me know if you either can or know someone who can design a Syndicate logo. Like, I want an official logo. Would y'all take Gibbs at 18? I would not. Mister, I would not. I would not take every time I hear Mr. William H., I think of Jay-Z. It's a song called Change the Game on the Dynasty album from 2000. After Williams' suspension, no way we take Carter. Holmes needs, what's up, Nathan? Holmes needs 100% safe draft pick. Joe says, I'm going to draft the like button. I appreciate that, bro. What pick is it? I got it. With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft Streams, Syndicate Sports Detroit selects a like button. Remember, Grid, my prediction is we picked 3 times in the first. Dern did say that. I talked to him a lot off the platform, man, and he likes that. Luke says, my thoughts are, Derek, you are the GOAT, brother. I always enjoy listening to your platform. I appreciate that, bro. And because you gave me a compliment, I'm not going to nitpick the spelling of my name, bro. I'm not going to do that. It's Derrick. It's just a little pet peeve of mine, man. But it's all good. It's all love, bro, because you didn't know. Because my banner's gone. My banner's gone, man. I think Gibbs will be there at 30, maybe even into the second. Flying, I think Gibbs is – there was a rumor today that the Miami Dolphins might trade back into the first round to take Jahmyr Gibbs. That was what the rumor came out today. So it's just rumors and rumors and rumors. One finger, one thumb. What is it? One finger, one thumb, one arm, keep moving. It's like that, bro. One finger, one thumb, one finger, one thumb, one arm, one leg, and top of the head. Let me know if you know where that came from. If you got kids in the last 10 years, you know where that came from. So that's what I think, man. I think that it's just nothing but smoke, all just galore. We will find out in 76 hours, okay? But before we get off, let me tell y'all what's happening this week. This week, I'm going to be at Soaring Eagle Casino. I'm going to sell out everybody that I've ever had a relationship with, and I'm going to be streaming. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not me. That's someone else. My bad, y'all. My bad. What is going to be happening is this. I am going to be live all 3 days, okay? And Saturday, I'm going to need y'all help. Like Captain Planet, the power is yours. You need to be here because we're going to be here, okay? From 12 p.m. until, I want to say it's 5 or 6 o'clock. Rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to be live. We're going to go live at 7 o'clock. My guy, the Dern, will be on with me. We're going to take phone calls leading up to the draft. Then we're going to announce every pick. I tried to get the video to sync, but I cannot figure. If anybody knows a way for me to bring in my television display, let me know. The pick is 18 seconds behind. My cable streaming service is 18 seconds behind, but I am hardwired in for the sake of the NFL games because that's 18 precious seconds that I would lose by being behind, okay? So the sound of the pick will be announced in real time. I would love to bring the screen in. I've tried a webcam and all that other stuff. I would have to go buy a webcam, string it up, and, show you the TV, and that's just tacky. Well, not tacky, but it is kind of tacky, but, I ain't about to do all that. So we're going to be live all 3 days. This will happen all 3 days. We will. Now, I don't know if the Dern will be on me after day 1, but we will be here. Streaming is what I do, and I will be here. We'll be live all 3 days, so no need to question. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start working on my thumbnails, putting those up. That will be on Detroit Lions Syndicate. So not on this channel, on that channel. That is how that is going to be, okay? Any other questions, let me know. I am opening a P.O. box as well. I hope to have that open by the end of the month or sometime in May. It is official this time. I'm opening up a P.O. box that will house Gridiron Mail, Detroit Lions Syndicate Mail, Syndicate Sports Detroit Mail, all of that stuff. So that will be official. Again, if anybody has any footage or is a amateur kind of filmmaker and want to put some shots of the city of Detroit together, I can PayPal you whatever your fee would be, and we can go from there because I am going to appear on camera starting on Monday. So I think that's it, man. I got to make some videos on the other channel, And with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. We will be live in about 75 hours or so and when did the draft become so exciting? I don't know, man. That's crazy. No, Joseph, that was a joke, bro. That was a joke. I will be here. I don't sell out my friends, man. That's not what I do. Go Lions. I will see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Hello, hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.